Stephen Curry not part of Jimmy Butler's plan as major injury updates threaten Warriors' NBA playoffs dreams. The race to the playoffs was intense. Every minute seemed an hour when the Warriors took on the Clippers to seal a direct deal for the playoffs. To every bucket, the Clippers had an answer. To every move, there's a block. Not once did anyone lose out on steam. Whistles. Oh, it was 111 to 111 till now. Oh, the Clippers hammered. The Warriors cracked. 119 to 124, the final tally. One through to the playoffs. The other settled for a via option play-in. And amid all this noise, one thing hits. Jimmy Butler's brilliance alongside Stephen Curry has taken the lackluster side this far. But even they failed to give that extra shot that night. But now, the Golden State Warriors are facing a bitter reality. Two of their biggest names, Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler, are not at 100%. For a team with championship ambitions, that's a terrible place to be. But there's one more concern that Butler spoke of. These aren't just role players with minor knocks. We're talking about the faces of the franchise, the ones who were supposed to rise when it mattered most. Now, they're both walking into the postseason with bandages and question marks. Curry is nursing a sore thumb on his shooting hand. Every shooter's worst nightmare. And Butler. He's dealing with a thigh injury that could slow down the very grit and grind style that made him such a dangerous postseason weapon to begin with. But no one succeeds by counting on the negatives, and Butler knows it pretty well. Reason? In a recent interview, Butler brushed off concerns, saying, "I'll be all right. Go home, play some dominoes, drink some coffee, and it'll feel better." It's classic Butler. Tough, no nonsense, and dismissive of any excuse. But will he still be able to dive for loose balls, clamp down on defense, and create plays in crunch time? His response when asked what needs to improve was equally telling, but here he is with a big claim, even putting Curry aside. The will and want to do it. You can't just bend over and try to pick it up. You got to get on the floor, put your nose on it, dive. Everybody, probably with Steph. I don't want Steph to dive. I'm not just being brutally honest. It's the gritty mindset that makes Butler who he is. The Warriors' number 10 is confident. He knows his abilities, but without Curry. Probably a bit too much. But then that's how Jimmy takes his game up. Confidence. The Golden State's newest Warrior is walking into the postseason with more than just expectations on his shoulders. He's battling a thigh injury that could hinder his performance when the team needs him most. The Warriors' addition of Jimmy was a significant change for the team. Butler has a reputation for turning up the heat when it matters most, and that's precisely what the team was banking on. But a recent thigh injury has put that plan in jeopardy. So yeah, the injuries could make or break the Warriors' playoff hopes. The real question is, can these two push through the pain and still carry their team to the top? Warriors injury worry, but star do voice otherwise. Jimmy Butler has made a career out of confronting the odds. He's taken underdog teams deep into the playoffs, earned respect as one of the league's most relentless competitors, and brought a no-excuses mentality to every locker room he's been part of. But can Butler keep throwing himself into plays? Even with the injury, Butler screams confidence. "We're right where we want to be," he said, reinforcing that the Warriors are still in control of their own fate. And with him on the floor, even at 80%, they just might be. If 48's needed, 50 is needed, then you've got to be able to do it, Butler added. But right now, question marks are hovering over Stephen Curry's thumb injury. While not sidelining him entirely, it has raised valid concerns about his ability to perform in peak form. The Golden State Warriors' offense runs through Curry. His shooting range, ball handling, and on-court IQ are what keep defenders scrambling. If these are compromised, so will the team's rhythm. Curry's confidence, however, remains unwavering. "I have supreme confidence in shooting the ball. If I'm shooting it, I think I'm going to make it. The confidence is always there," he said in an earlier interview. That belief is the foundation of his game, and perhaps exactly what the Golden State needs if he plays through the pain. With the playoffs fast approaching, the Warriors can certainly not afford to have their stars playing at less than full strength. Butler's injury could prevent him from being as aggressive as usual on defense and offense, and if Curry's thumb injury affects his shooting, it could limit the Warriors' ability to score properly. Will Curry's confidence trump his sore thumb? Can Jimmy Butler power through his thigh strain and still be the anchor this team needs? Warriors fans better hope so, because in a league where margins are razor thin, every limp, every missed rotation, and every compromised shot could be the difference between another title run or an early exit. The regular season may have room for error, but the playoffs? That's a tightrope walk with no safety net. Every game is a must-win. Every possession matters. And if your best guys are limping into the fight, well, good luck swinging for a title.